Sentinel Online. Now loading the GeekCast radio network of podcasts.
You're listening to GeekCast Radio on GeekCastRadio.com.
Hello and welcome to GeekCast Radio, episode 14. And this is different from all the other episodes, being that it is a spotlight episode. I'm your host, Steve Megatron Phillips, and joining me this week is...
Mike, TFG and Blanchard, hello.
Hello.
And Mike, I ride Tails Powers.
Yeah.
Hello.
I ride coattails.
I don't think we have much of coattails because the most famous thing that's happened to us since we started the network almost a year ago now was the fact that our breaking Maurice LaMarche story about him voicing Mr. Freeze in Arkham Asylum 2, that's pretty much the most coverage we've gotten anywhere. It ended up on IGN's main page for about a day and a half.
Did we lose Steve?
Jesus Christ. It's not fucking one thing, it's another, yes. Hopefully his fucking modem didn't go out. That would not be good. He's been having wireless problems. What the hell?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Okay,
What happened?
You tell us.
I don't have a clue.
I don't know, you just dropped out. So, anyway. Where the hell was I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about you riding our coattails because the most interesting or most thing that's gotten us a lot of coverage was the fact that Maurice LaMarche told us on Tooncast interview that he will be voicing Mr. Freeze in Arkham Asylum 2. One of the little smaller geek websites picked the story up, and then by 3 p.m. that day that we released it, it was on IGN's main page.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed that it actually made it on Joystick and that they mentioned you by name. And then I was a little miffed that my favorite gaming website didn't even mention you guys by name. It was just that they called you guys That Comic Podcast. I was like, wow, way to...
We don't even talk about comics.
Well, basically they were like, I didn't really appreciate the tone of the writing, so...
You'll have to send us that article.
It was 1UP.
Oh, well, 1UP sucks.
Well, no, 1UP actually used to be really good, and then they got sold to the company they have now about a year ago, and they lost all their good writing, and now it's just a bunch of backhanded... They're the reasons I got into podcasts, because their podcasts were actually really good. Now everybody that was there doing podcasts is elsewhere doing podcasts. So
exactly. So,
but I was a little miffed that they, didn't even bother to credit you guys by name. It was like, well, they're just amateur podcasts. They didn't get the story.
Amateur podcast, my ass, you dumb fuckers.
I'm just saying, it's like, they didn't get the story. You guys got the story. Wait. So, don't go, looking down your nose at a smaller venue that got a story you guys didn't get.
The network will be a year old June 1st. That was the official launch. I've been doing podcasting myself since December of 2008, almost 2 years now. Fuck you, 1UP, you bastards.
Well, they've been doing it since 2005, so...
I don't give a shit. Fuck them.
Yeah, they said a comic podcast.
That didn't sit.
There was no mention, well. Whereas every other site has.
Every other site has said on the GeekCast Radio podcast or the GeekCast Radio Network. They never really cite the actual show, which it was on Tooncast. But hell, as long as the network name is there.
Well, Yeah, they mentioned the name on Joystick, and then I kept looking for trying to find the story on Kotaku, and Kotaku just didn't cover it, which I thought was kind of weird. So usually the stories ping pong around those three blogs, and at least you got credited on one. That
is true.
That was pretty cool by me.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I mean,
it's
I'm over it now. I think it's great. I don't know how much exposure it's going to get us.
Seeing you guys see any extra traffic?
Oh yeah.
Well, Steve said that the LaMarche interview was the most downloaded out of all the stuff we've ever released.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kotaku does have it.
Oh. So I don't. We can talk about this other stuff later. I'm getting us off track. I'm sorry.
Yes. It's all right.
I was about to ask you questions about FeedBurner and Google Analytics, and then I decided no.
Yeah,
that's not
we'll
is.
talk. We'll talk about that off the air because that's more Steve's thing than it is mine. So because Steve does all the RSS and online stuff. So.
Yes.
Anyways, Spotlight.
Yes, Spotlight.
Yes, the first ever.
Yes,
on Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain Kirk.
Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
The legendary.
Oh, damn.
And the host of Rescue 911.
Was he really?
Yeah.
TJ Hooker.
I only remember TJ Hooker from RoboCop.
I remember TJ Hooker from actually watching it on cable. It was on reruns, granted, but I remember watching it.
Yeah, speaking of reruns, which really this has nothing to do with Shatner, I'm trying to find the stupid mod for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for Knight Rider.
Good luck with that.
Well, I found it, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't think it will.
Have you done the hot coffee mod?
No. I've seen it, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, it's so offensive. It's teaching people how to have sex with their clothes on.
Nice.
Well, it's better than certain Transformers video reviewers having private Skype chats with 14-year-old boys about the birds and the bees.
If that's one of your podcasts, then I'm going to have to remove myself from your network.
No. No. This is
we
very
talk bestiality on ours.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Michael Wilson brought that up, so I don't even want to hear anything about that.
Yeah, that's his fault, actually.
You're not responsible for anything Michael Wilson says on any of our shows.
Some hot Transformer on Transformer action.
Well, after we brought it up, it was kind of Steve's fault because Steve used the Megatron voice and said a few things against Barney.
Some risque.
What happened is Michael Wilson mentioned, Tigatron getting it on with his tiger friend, and then he says, well, Megatron needs a purple dinosaur to hug and love. And then I did Megatron's voice, and it said, give it to me, Barney, give it to me hard, or something. And I said yes, and then everybody bust out laughing.
Shut up, bitch, I'm not finished yet. Oh, God. Okay, we're getting way off topic here. Since Steve hasn't been on the show in a while, because
your bastard ass kicked me off the show.
Bullshit! You hardly ever have time to record, and when you do have time to record, we're either doing M-Wire or Beast Unleashed, and the topics in the last 4 or 5 episodes, I didn't think you had any interest in them. I mean, seriously, are you going to sit there with Derek and I for an hour and a half talking about Nash Bridges? I don't think so.
Mommy, Daddy, please don't fight.
Shut up. Go to your room.
I probably wouldn't get into that anyway. But
see, exactly. So, and Michael and I last week did Phineas and Ferb. Do you have any interest in Phineas and Ferb? I didn't think you did.
That show can burn.
Oh, shut up, you. You're not.
In the eternal fires of hell.
That show is awesome. Shut up.
In what country?
In this country, damn it.
In the country of Blanchard.
Blanchard. Like Blanchard.
Anyways, Steve, take it away with your William Shatner spotlight dealy thing here, because I ain't doing nothing this episode. This is a Star Trek character. You know more about it than I do, so whatever you want to do.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Damn right. I like some stuff Trek, but I'm not a huge Trekkie.
Yes.
Does anybody have anything to say?
You're supposed to talk, damn it.
Shatner?
Yeah, anyways, he was born March 22nd, 1931. He is Canadian. Canada. But he's most known as his role of Captain Kirk on the various... Yes, he is very typecast.
Priceline.
Yes, Priceline's his new one, and he's also going to be in that new show in the works from actually a Twitter feed called Shit My Dad Says.
Shit My Dad Says, yeah.
Except it says like Bleep My Dad Says. That's the name of the show.
Are you serious? See, I don't see why they wouldn't change it to Shat My Dad Says.
That would be cool. I could see that.
I don't know.
Is this like an internet TV show, or is this
No.
It's a Twitter feed.
It's an idea picked up by CBS, but where it comes from is twitter.com/shitmydadsays. This 29-year-old guy started this, random tweets about shit his 73-year-old father says.
Yeah,
and they're going to make a TV show out of it.
Oh, CBS.
And the Shat is the main character.
Yes.
He's the dad that says Shat.
I always forget CBS exists.
Actually, they're starting to actually put the CBS title on movies now.
Yep.
Most recently, that Jennifer Lopez movie, it actually says a CBS movie.
There was one with Brendan Fraser too. Not too long ago. I can't remember what it was called though.
It's probably Furry Vengeance.
No, it's not Furry Vengeance.
It was the one reads out of the books.
Nope. It's
Before
some
that?
miracle one. It's Brendan Fraser and or is it not Brendan Fraser? Oh my god, I can't think of what it is. You guys keep talking. I'll just barge in with what it was.
Okay. So where do we want to go from here?
Well, anyways, he's not only an actor, he's a writer, he's a spokesperson, obviously, and he's very, very typecast.
Yes, he's a trained Shakespearean actor.
That's why he has to put emphasis on certain words.
Oh, God.
Extraordinary Measures.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Never
no
seen
one
it.
knows what it is.
No.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, God, we should have picked a different person.
We can just transition into something else. Like, for instance, I really want to test your Transformer knowledge because I have a question that I just can't answer myself.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, if you want, we can go on with as much as we can of this, and then...
Well, it's going to be really quick. When I was a
Oh.
kid, I had this Transformer. It was a rather large Transformer. It was I want to say it was actually, I know it was the bad one, but I don't know which series it was, so I don't know what the official name for it was. But it was a giant, like black and purple T-Rex.
That's Triptychon.
Triptychon.
Okay. And it could like come apart and form a base.
Yep.
Yes.
Triptychon.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
I was just curious. I've had that like rolling around in my head for like years. I think I still have that thing somewhere.
If you do, don't ever sell it because it's going to be worth a hell of a lot of money.
Well, I don't think it's all in one piece, but
Oh,
Doesn't
okay. I was
matter.
going to say, if it was complete, it would be worth a hell of a lot of money.
it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not broken. But it's not. All the pieces aren't there.
Well, I'm sure you can find some if you're, really into that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
Eh.
So, William Shatner, he's done plenty of crap.
Yes. He's been in various comedies. He's been in other shows spoofing his Captain James T. Kirk character.
Mm-hmm.
He's done video games. One of my favorite commercials that he's done is, you know how they do the direct TV advertisement using footage from the movies?
Yep.
and then they had the actor superimposed back into his original spot, speaking, and basically probably just replace the face or something, and have that transitioned over. But in '97, I believe it was, or no, it was 2006. He did a scene from Star Trek 6 with the DirecTV, which was pretty cool.
I never saw it. I don't see a lot of commercials.
Watch it on YouTube. It's actually kind of funny because he is sitting there pretending to be the character advertising for DirecTV, and then Spock says something to him, and he says something sarcastic back to him as he gets on the turbo lift. It's kind of funny. Even though nobody else is actually casted in that, they're just using stock footage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's talking to nobody.
That would suck.
That would be funny.
We could also talk about the state of comic book movies. I like that topic.
What stint of comic book movies?
No, the state of comic book movies.
Okay, but we're in an actor's spotlight. We can do that for another episode.
I wasn't sure how much longer we were going to talk about Will Shatner.
The entire episode. That's why it's titled An Actor's Spotlight.
Okay.
I mean, if we're all awake when we're done with this, I don't really expect this to take too long. But I mean, if we're all, done with it by that time, we can start another episode if you guys want to. I think it's kind of funny that in 2005, he opened the AFI Life Achievement Award, a tribute to George Lucas, with the song My Way. Oh, God. He's played on the World Poker Tour. He was the CEO of the Toronto, Ontario-based Core Digital Pictures, which provided the special effects for the 1996 film Fly Away Home. Let's see. Shatner was featured on the Comedy Central roast of William Shatner. Oh, God.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And he sat in the original captain's chair from the 60s.
Yeah, speaking of the original captain's chair, BigBadToyStore.com has a replica listed for $2,200 with electronics, lights, and sounds. Yeah, when you get rich, you're buying that.
That's my computer chair.
He has 2 stars. He has a star on the Canadian Walk of Fame, and he also has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Fucking Canadians.
They gotta have their own separate things to feel special.
Oh, God. On February 1st, 2010, Shatner made his return to World Wrestling Entertainment as a special guest host. Right.
That's hilarious.
Oh, God. He's starred in a series of Kellogg's all-brand cereal commercials in the UK and Canada. Oh, God. Some of the stuff... You can't argue with this. I mean, you can argue with some of the stuff that he does, and you can just kind of shake your head at it, but I mean, at least the guy's making money.
Does he need to make money?
He likes it. Isn't it like Scrooge?
That's what she said. On May 13th, 2008, Shatner's autobiography, Up Till Now, was released. He was assisted in writing it by David Fisher. Oh. Have you either of you ever seen his celebrity interview series?
No, I want to though.
On the Biography channel?
No.
It's called Shatner's Raw Nerve. I saw it. It premiered December 2nd, 2 years ago. Featured actress Valerie Bertinelli. I saw that. It's fairly good. I haven't watched it since then. Obviously, I don't have the Biography channel on Basic Classic. It's a digital channel. Fucking cable company. Anyway. But yeah, it's really good. It's probably one of the better interview shows because it's not like The View. And the only reason why I bring that up is because he was on The View at one point. But it's not like The View or Regis and Kelly or even Conan or Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or David Letterman or Jay Leno. It's not like that where they're trying to approach it fresh of, oh yeah, you haven't been here in a while. What have you been up to? He's bringing people on this show that are his friends, and he's just having a conversation with them. Kind of like we're having a conversation here about him. Same deal, except it's videotaped.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, though. Let's see.
Iron Chef.
Was he on that?
Apparently. 2001.
Oh, cool.
He's basically touched every aspect of the celebrity status that one could get to.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently. Sequest.
He's been on Biography Channel, he's been on game shows, reality TV, wrestling, thinks he can sing.
MTV Movie Awards, Third Rock from the Sun. Wait.
I think it's funny that he did that Tech War series, and he was the villain in it, and it didn't last very long. Mm-hmm. Yet his Star Trek books, where he revived his character that was killed in Generations, basically kept his character alive for another 10, 15 years, writing novels.
Nah. Oh, wow. He was in American Psycho, too. Oh, God.
He was the Psycho. Didn't you know?
No, I've never seen that movie.
We can just cry, oh, God, because it's American Psycho, too.
Yeah, true.
I like Bret Easton Ellis, and I like American Psycho.
Let's see. Wow. He was on the Howdy Doody show.
That's funny.
Oh, jeez.
Oregon Trail? That was a
What?
TV
Video
show?
game?
I don't know. I think it's in his TV show listing. This is 1977.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was a TV show. I forgot about that.
Little Women.
Wow, that's kind of scary that he was in that.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's not so scary.
That's not so surprising either.
No.
They like to make fun of the big fat white man.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Muppets Tonight. Oh, my God.
The Muppets.
Merry Effin' Christmas.
That title alone sounds interesting. It just makes me want to go watch it on YouTube.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. I mean, everybody remembers him from his Star Trek days. And, like you guys said earlier, he is probably one of the most typecast people in Hollywood. He tries to do stuff different, but he just can't escape Kirk.
No matter how hard he tries to act, he still has that mannerism.
It's the inflections.
It's that 60s inflection that they were taught with. That whole acting style.
Oh, wow. He has an album produced by Shout Factory. Has been.
My friends actually have his CDs. They actually say they're actually pretty good.
Awesome.
Huh.
Well, anything's better than William Hung, so.
She bang.
No. Let's not go there.
That's not better.
Yeah, that's not better.
He was in Fanboys. That came out recent. He does a lot of voice work anymore, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it's very cool to see where he's going to show up, and, I tell you one thing, I get so sick of those Priceline commercials, though. I don't see them that much anymore, but when I did, I mean, it's more of, I see more Geico commercials now, and of course, Michael's going to chime in, I don't watch commercials anymore. Well, some of us don't like torrents, damn it.
Well, okay.
Anyways,
actually causes a little bit of friction with my girlfriend and I when we're watching TV because we record stuff on the DVR,
mm-hmm.
We sit down to watch it together, and she wants to fast forward through the commercials, but I want to watch the commercials.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at my Sequest DVDs and find out which episode he was on, because I honestly don't.
He is. I just watched season 1 on Netflix. All 3 seasons are on Netflix.
Well, I don't like Netflix either, so.
Why don't you like Netflix?
I like Netflix.
Because Netflix sucks.
Why?
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Okay, alright. Why does Netflix suck?
Because it just does.
No,
this is a
reasons.
topic for another discussion.
No.
Yes. Anyways.
You're on the spot right now. Why?
Anyways.
Does it cost
Mike
money?
Blanchard spotlight. Let's go.
No. And he, you know where he really kind of broke the mold on the Kirk mannerisms was Boston
Legal.
As much as I really didn't care for that show because of James Spader, I just don't like him as an actor. But yeah, Boston Legal, I would have to say, is where he kind of broke the mold on the Kirk mannerisms. Steve, you have anything else to say about Kirk?
Probably out of all the shows I've seen him on, I mean, obviously I like his character on Star Trek the best, being that that's also the thing that kept his career going for so long.
Yes.
Since the 60s through to current. But I also like a lot of the comedy movies he's been in.
Yeah.
As of late, anyway. He just, even if they are little parts, they're still kind of funny to watch him play them, because you still see you see like Captain Kirk no matter how much you look at him.
Oh yeah.
And it just looks funny to imagine Captain Kirk saying these things that are so out of character for the guy.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess like his site is always busy with all kinds of new media forms. He's been doing it longer than most people. And his books are pretty good. I actually have read all the Star Trek ones.
Well, the only reason why his books are pretty good is because he has them ghost written.
Well, I'm sure he writes some of them, like most of it, but he has a lot of help in it too.
Yeah. Michael, do you have anything else you want to say about Mr. Kirk?
I got nothing.
Okay. Do you want to pimp anything out, Michael?
No, that's okay.
Okay, gave you the chance.
Yeah, I'm just not big on the pimping today.
Anyway, thank you for joining us here on GeekCast Radio. There are several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. First, you can visit the website geekcastradio.com, where you can also find the Lunch Table podcast, which has been rebooted. What?
See, you did it for me.
He handed you the pimp hat and you took over.
Join the forums, PredaconEmpire.com/Nexus. Leave all of our podcasts, including the Lunch Table rebooted, feedback on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter. The show there is GeekCast Radio minus TFG and Mike. Michael, what is your Twitter?
Sorry, Twitter.com/BoothNinja81. Yeah,
we just give out the actual names. They know Twitter.com. Or people should know by now. Twitter's been around long enough.
Everybody does.
And Steve?
SCP-21.
Become a fan of us on Facebook. Search GeekCast Radio Network. You can call the voicemail line. Leave us a message. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this episode of GeekCast Radio. Wish you'll join us next time. For now, I am TFG1 Mike with
Steve Megatron Phillips.
And Michael Powers.
Thank you for listening. Until next time.